Hey everyone, Jason here from Lightmare Studios. Welcome to Community Update number 6, the show made for you, the community, and for people like Crowhaven Incorporated, who says they wholeheartedly support the game. That means a lot to us, so congrats, you're our featured comment of the day. It's been a while since we've done a community update video, and we appreciate you showing your love for these with a like and a subscribe on YouTube, or an upvote on the Steam post. Whatever the algorithm dictates is necessary, thank you for doing your part, and let's just jump right into things. Firstly, a video we released back in January after months of deliberation, research and polling on what we should be doing with the future of Infinity Wars Classic, and how we can work on making a game that might actually stand a chance against AAA developer games that exist on the market currently. If you haven't seen the video, The Future of Infinity Wars Classic, you should definitely go and check it out, linked below. It's actually the most liked video we've produced in the last 2 years, which tells us that we're definitely doing something right here. Check the description of the video for the link, but as a quick summary, we're making a change and leading the way with what we're calling the CTCG, or Complete Trading Card Game. This means that you don't have to own a copy of a specific card to play with that card, or make decks with it. After completing a basic tutorial and onboarding for the first time ever, you will have access to every single card yet released that extends forward to every single card to be released. The CTCG Explained video also talks about everything else in a lot more detail, so if you're curious and you want a full breakdown, go and check that one out too. Next, let's talk about the open beta. We've so far confirmed that the open beta would be happening this year, but we haven't given any specific dates out just yet, and sadly, that's not changing here, but we are revealing just how close we are. So, we have 5 specific features we're working on, and the final completion of all of them would make the game beta ready. Account transfers are at 95% complete, and the first version of our account transfer tool officially went out in the final week of March for our Patreon supporters to test out. The Intrigue teaser trailer is close to complete too, with the scene, models, voice acting, and audio editing done, needing only the final rendering and special effects. The tutorials for Infinity Wars Classic are currently being worked on, with the engine pieces now completed, and a lot of the IWC specific points being worked on. And finally, the UI overhaul, as we want to make the game look a lot better than it currently does for our grand re-release. At the end of that, we have gameplay perfection, which is something we don't really have a way of quantifying. It won't necessarily stop the release as long as the core gameplay is functional, but we want to do what we can to make it as smooth and as flawless as possible. Part of this also involves the weekly summits that we've been hosting on our Discord server, where you can come and play some games and chat directly to the developers and talk to us about, what's going on behind the scenes. It includes some fun little leaks and teasers as to things that we're currently working on, so if you're free on Sunday nights in the American time zones or Monday mornings for the Australians, you should come check it out. We have got another video releasing soon-ish, where we'll be detailing a little bit of a tease as to what you can expect from the Kickstarter campaign. If you haven't already, go and sign up for our pre-release page to be alerted when the campaign goes live. That in itself does a lot to help us, so for all of you that have already done that, thank you so much. Next, let's talk about lore. We can actually reveal one of the other beta features we're currently working on that may or may not be in the open beta's initial release, and if we need to wait a month before adding it to the game, we're not going to be stalling the beta out to do that, it'll just come afterwards. Anyway, this specific feature is that every single card will now have a small lore paragraph, all of which will add to the history and context of Infinity Wars Classic in a way that's entirely up to you to explore. These will be viewable from the inventory as you inspect cards, and you will not be overloaded with this information in the middle of your gameplay. If you don't want to read about the lore, you don't have to, but if you do, we're going to have a lot to show off, with a lot of work being done not only internally, but also externally, as community member and lore master Ben Yonan has done a lot of work on this for us. As an encyclopedic knowledge of everything Infinity Wars, we're confident that anyone that cares about world building, character development, and plot will be thrilled to hear that Ben Yonan's working with us. Speaking of lore, there's a few inconsistencies currently, and we've been making minor corrections here and there to ensure that nothing contradicts from there having been no full review of the lore since its original inception. For example, there was some inconsistency as to the Overseers and their genocide of the Old World, with the official record being that it happened here, but cards released in the following sets contradicting it. We're making a change so that the destruction of the Warpath officially happens here instead. All of the events on all of the cards still play out, they just might be in a little bit of a different order that makes more sense. and we'll be having more content on this in the future for those that specifically enjoy the story and worlds of Infinity Wars Classic. And finally, due to that dastardly human virus, we haven't been able to release an actual full-length podcast in some time, but we're likely going to be releasing one in the coming months, very likely the week or two before Infinity Wars Classic's beta launch, and you'll get to hear more from the now expanding team who has brought you a whole bunch of new stuff. So, in place of that, we'll be reading out a few comments from our recent videos to highlight them here. In our progress video, we got to hype up just how much progress we had made in the last year, which got a lot of people excited, or at the very least, pleasantly skeptical. Here's some of my favorites. Varky says, honestly cried when I read new set cards. I didn't know I wanted that so much, hahaha. Glad you're loving what we're doing, get hype Varky. Predator420 says, LMAO, the added cards got me every time. I'm super excited for this. Thanks for the update, guys. P.S. Do we get our old purchases in Classics or no? Firstly, I'm glad you love the video. I worked in editing and content creation before my time at Lightmare, and it's been real fun being able to bring that flair and fun to my role as the community guy. Secondly, we did respond to the comment, but yes, you will be getting a lot of your purchases back. There's a few items that won't transfer, but the most important ones being cards and packs and cosmetics like titles, those are coming along just fine. Finally, B. Alex says great stuff. I can't wait for the game to become widely available again and put 1,500 more hours into it. God damn! 1,500 hours! Woo! Boy! You wild! Thank you so much for supporting us, and I can't wait to see you kick my ass at 3,000 hours of playtime. It's gonna be crazy! Anyway, if you want to be the featured comment of the next community video, leave a comment below and we'll be reading out a lot of comments and feedback on the next podcast episode we do. So if you want to be involved in that, make sure you leave a nice comment for us in the future of IWC video. Thanks for watching, liking, and subscribing, and of course a huge thank you to all of our Patreon supporters. I hope that your account transfers are going smoothly. Enjoy playing with your old collections once more, and as for everybody else, I'll see you in the battlefield real soon, Riftrunner.